2021 has certainly been a year for the record books across many aspects of the property market, and it's not over yet. Strong buyer demand has driven residential property values to new heights, and a big driver of that has been ultra-low borrowing costs. As a result, Australians have borrowed more to spend on housing than ever before. Lending data released by the Australian Bureau of Statistics shows that between January and October this year, $305 billion worth of home loans were issued in seasonally adjusted terms. To put that into perspective, that's almost enough to buy every single residential dwelling across Tasmania and the ACT. In fact, Australians borrowed more in the first 8 months of this year than they did in the entire of 2020 or any other year on ABS records. So what have they been spending it on? Owner-occupier lending has shot through the roof this year, although it has moderated in recent months. The bulk of owner-occupier lending has been for existing properties, with almost $160 billion issued for the purchase of established homes. Borrowers also sought $14 billion to buy newly built homes. The government's Home Builder Grant really drove construction loans earlier this year. As of October, $30 billion has been loaned to build new homes. Again, that's higher than the entire of 2020 or any other year on ABS records. And $4 billion was borrowed to fund renovations. After sitting on the sidelines during the initial stages of COVID-19, investors have really been playing catch-up. New investor loan commitments for housing reached near record levels in October 2021 and have now risen every month for a year. Investors have borrowed more than $68 billion in original terms to buy existing property and $4.6 billion for new builds. $7 billion was lent to investors for the construction of new homes, and $1.5 billion was borrowed to fund renovations. So can we expect more of the same in 2022? The October figures showed lending eased for the third straight month, but still remains around 32% higher than a year ago. Strong lending conditions are expected to stick around for a while yet, although maybe not at the same pace we've experienced during 2021. With the prospect of higher interest rates, lenders have been lifting their fixed mortgage rates, and measures by the banking regulator APRA to lift serviceability buffers, as well as affordability constraints, are also expected to have a cooling effect on lending.